Hey, welcome in this evening. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, doing good. Hope everybody is doing well watching. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm
Good.
doing really good. It's been an exciting week, but not in a good way.
Yeah, busy, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah. So we want to dig right in. Obviously, we're talking a lot about both the coronavirus updates as well as the storm updates here in Tallapoosa County. Could not do it without the support of our sponsor, Russell Medical, Wound Care, and Hyperbaric Medicine. So we appreciate y'all's support as well as all of our viewers for joining in this evening.
Definitely. And tonight, we really want to talk about um, encouraging Takeout Thursday tomorrow. This is something that we've seen our local communities promoting, and there are so many businesses who are depending on that takeout and curbside right now. So, some Alexander City businesses are even having specials for Takeout Thursday, and we just really want to encourage residents to take part in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the good news is that one of our local businesses here in Alexander City is reopening on Thursday. So JR's will be open for takeout Thursday. They're still only doing takeout and curbside, obviously, but they've got a lot of good stuff going on. You can read a little bit more about that in the Outlook tomorrow. But we do definitely push that if you are going to participate in Takeout Thursday, there are some guidelines that the CDC has said that you can follow while ordering delivery food or takeout food that should help you in terms of trying to prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
Yes, so the CDC says to order and pay online or over the phone if possible. Also, ask for deliveries to be left in a space outside your home if possible. Try to avoid that direct contact, and of course, wash your hands with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer with at least a 60% alcohol content after bringing in those takeout items.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to support local businesses. And I know that some places will certainly work with you. They're doing no contact pickup. My brother works for a local business restaurant in Virginia, and they certainly, if you request that they leave the food outdoors when you arrive, they will do that. So I'm sure that if you have any special requests like that, our local businesses will be willing to work with you.
Certainly, certainly. We also want to give you guys an update on the latest coronavirus case numbers across the state and locally. Saw a bit of an increase today statewide. As of 6:35 p.m. tonight, there are now 5,592 confirmed cases in Alabama, according to the Alabama Department of Public Health. And that's an increase of 265 since our show last night. Largest one-day increase in a week. Really saw a big increase today.
Yeah, it's sort of unfortunate because we did have 5 straight days of one day increases of under 180, which was promising, and now we've had two in a row of more than 200, really 250-ish, 249 yesterday and 265 today. Our local counties also saw another increase. Tallapoosa County now has 242 confirmed cases, which is an increase of 14 since last night.
Tallapoosa County also saw some more confirmed deaths. There are 15 total reported deaths, and 14 of those have been confirmed to have been due to the coronavirus. So all but one in Tallapoosa County have been due to COVID-19. Also, Elmore County now has 74 confirmed cases. That's just an increase of one. There's also just still one confirmed death over there as well.
Yeah, and Coosa County luckily still stayed the same with 24 cases, the same since last night, and still just that one death, which has been confirmed. Across the state, there are now 197 reported deaths, and 178 of those have been confirmed to be due to COVID-19. And you're seeing some death characteristics on your screen now. Of those deaths, according to the Alabama Department of Public Health, 22.9% are actually in that age group of 19 to 64 years old.
Yeah, so a lot of people continue to say that only older people are at risk of death, which is not really the case according to these statistics. And just remember that you can get it no matter the age, and you can also, it can get you very, very sick or cause death in anyone.
Yeah, so we'll move over to Elmer County first tonight, and some good news from Elmer County Commission Chairman Troy Stubbs. He said in a statement Tuesday that the county is actually in pretty secure financial. In a secure financial place despite the coronavirus pandemic. The statement indicated that the county will not have to reduce any staff or make any changes to operational procedures at this time.
Yeah, he also the Elmer County Commission published an interview with Troy Stubbs, and Stubbs said that the current and previous commissioners have worked to protect taxpayer money in case anything like this would happen. The commission is prepared for these sort of circumstances, and it has reserves in place to ensure that financial stability through the crisis. So I know that's reassuring to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And over in Tallahassee, we did get some words of encouragement from Mayor Johnny Hammock, which actually can apply to all of our residents. But you've got some extra time on your hands, maybe with the coronavirus pandemic and staying at home. So take a little bit of time and do your census. I need to take that to heart. Actually, I got mine about a week ago and haven't done it yet. So I will get on that tonight, Johnny Hammock. But he said that only 44% of Tallahassee residents have completed the 2020 census. Obviously, that census is important for government finances, things like that. So make sure that if you've got some time, you fill that out. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. We have a little bit of coronavirus news from here, as well as want to talk about the storm before we end for the evening.
At Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine, we want you to know we're open. We take COVID-19 seriously and have put precautions in place for the safety and health of our patients. Don't delay treatment. Wound duration lasting more than 30 days is less likely to heal naturally. We treat all types of wounds, cuts, and burns, so intervene early. Wound care is critical. Call us today.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. We did want to talk a little bit about some coronavirus updates for you guys, give you some numbers across the state, and also want to give a little bit of good news here in Tallapoosa County as well from Russell Medical CEO Jim Peace.
Yeah, so Peace said today in an interview with The Outlook that the emergency department's volume has been cut in half since last Thursday. The ICU is still taxed, still pretty busy over there, but there is a significant decrease in patients coming into the hospital with flu-like symptoms. So he seems to believe that the Tallapoosa County area, is at least on a downward slope of coronavirus cases at this time.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. So you can read more about that in Thursday's Outlook. Also in Thursday's Outlook, we're still obviously dealing with a lot of storm damage here in Alexander City and the surrounding areas after those storms. On Sunday, we did talk to some people today about the debris that's in Lake Martin. So, there's some really large objects that are in the lake as far as boats that have, sunken, docks that were damaged, trees now that have gone into the lake. So there's a lot out there. So make sure that you're taking extra responsibility and extra care if you are out on the lake, because some of those things are submerged and can be very dangerous.
Yeah, definitely can be dangerous to boaters. So, be on the lookout for those things and take extra precautions as well. Also, portions of Stevens Elementary School will be used as a storm shelter for tomorrow's weather in Alexander City. Many homes in that area were affected by the storm on Sunday. Seems to be a good area to have a storm shelter, and we are expecting some potential severe weather tomorrow, so that will be open.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So as of Wednesday, Alex City Mayor Tommy Spraggin said that still between 300 and 500 homes did not have power in the area. And he is a bit concerned about those storms that are coming in tomorrow because not only could they cause more damage, but they are going to then slow the process, obviously, of work that is being done. Luckily, there's still a lot of crews from around the area here helping out.
Yeah, and Alexander City Council met this morning and actually declared a state of emergency for Alexander City. And this basically just allows the mayor to authorize those out of work town workers and all that so that they can get things done when they need to get it done without holding a proper council meeting and such. But just know that they're still working, and we urge you at the Outlook to be prepared for any potential severe weather tomorrow. Be super careful.
Yeah, absolutely. We do want to get to a myth versus a fact this evening. This is actually a kind of a personal one for me because I got a little frustrated reading on Facebook this morning. There seems to be a lot of people that believe that the number of COVID deaths have been inflated by the U.S. government, especially with the new way that the CDC has reported deaths. So now there's a probable deaths, which it includes on in its data. So basically on Tuesday, it said that people who are dying in their homes but haven't been tested positive can be determined as a probable death based on certain criteria, including lab testing and clinical evidence. But in terms of, intentional inflation of those numbers, that is not exactly what's going on at all.
Yeah, experts say that COVID-19 deaths are likely not being inflated. Along those lists of experts is Dr. Anthony Fauci. I don't know how to say his name, but he is leading the U.S. response to the coronavirus, and he said that is likely not the case. And, the confirmed deaths is reserved for those backed up by laboratory evidence, according to the CDC. So, really don't think that those are being inflated, as people are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, we want to end on a high note, and we decided to go the storm route. So we heard about some Benjamin Russell football players who went out on Monday, actually, to the Parish Hills neighborhood. A football player, Weston Blake, his home was pretty badly damaged. And so those football players got together and tried to help out, not just at Weston's house, but at a bunch of houses down in that neighborhood. And I was talking to a couple of them today, and they said, even if it wasn't under the best of circumstances, it was nice to actually see their teammates again because they haven't been around each other since school's been out, which has been over a month now. So nice to see our guys coming together and trying to do something good for the community.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see those guys come together and really help whenever they're needed. I think that is kind of a tone of our area. That's what we do whenever bad things happen. So, again, we just want to thank you all for watching, tuning in, trusting us as your local news source. Really want to thank our sponsor, Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine. We will be here every weeknight at 7 p.m. Give you the latest updates every day on the coronavirus, as well as any storm updates and local news as well. So again, we appreciate y'all, and we will see you tomorrow night. I'm Santana Wood, managing editor, alongside Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor. Have a good night.